So exchange grid. So for exchange grid, it is the translation mechanism in HFM. So first point is we create currencies in metadata. So we'll discuss with the client and we'll find out how many currencies client will be using. So in HFM, while creating the metadata, right, we declare all the currencies in currencies metadata item. Client will inform you how many currencies they are using. Second point is we create exchange rates in account dimension. So in account dimension, there is an account type called currency rate. So we put account type as currency rate for end of the month rate, average rate, historical rate, rate 1, rate 2, rate 3, whatever the rates client is using, right? He will inform us, we will create all those rates here. Next, we give default rate for flow and default rate for balance. In application settings, right, we create or we define what rate balance sheet items should be translated and what rates income statement items should be translated. Flow accounts means income statement accounts. See, end of the month, all balance sheet items will be translated at end of the month rate. All flow accounts or income statement items will be translated at average rate. Now there is historical rate. If you want to translate at third rate, you have to write a translation subroutine that we discuss in rules chapter. Okay, see, there is a translation rule. Translation, where is translate rule? See here, historical rate, a particular account will be translated at historical rate. Yes, we can use more than two rates also, but system by default will take only two rates, right? So here we define that those two rates. Next, we prepare exchange grid, either grid or data form or smart view, but in live we always prefer data form because we can restrict the POV, right? So normally for a data entry we prefer web entry form, right? So how do we create that one? I will show it to you. We enter the exchange rates and then we'll right click and then we'll translate. So this is the layout. We put source currency in row, destination currency in column. So come here, click on actions, data grid. So product dimension. Why product dimension? Because custom 1 and custom 2 are specifically designed for currency translation, and custom 1 is from currency and custom 2 is to currency. I am dragging custom 2 to column, right? So in account dimension, I'll select all the rates, remove this none, and select end of the month rate, average rate, historical rate. Done. End of the month rate, average rate, historical rate, right? Done. So in product dimension, I'll remove this laptop. I have to select from currencies. So I have to click on filter button and I have to select the currencies. So here, except USD, I'll select each and everything. Done. Now here I'll drag the entity dimension also, because see, entity dimension we have to take none, always none. Why none? Because this currency translation is not related to a particular entity. For example, if I take India, right, then I can give only INR to USD rate. Others will not work because some other countries are, some other entities are GBP, Euro, HKD, Japan, etc. JPY, right? So here entity should always be none. None means all. So there is no all, right? So we use none. Done. Next, same thing, we use movements as target currency. Remove this movements underscore cash. Again, click on filter button. Again, click on currencies and then target currency as USD. So we have to select all the months, right? Sometimes see why all the months, every month you can change, but for budget and forecast, right, we load complete 1 year rates. That is the reason we have to always select all months. So click on filter button and third generation. Yes, third generation is nothing but the months, right? First generation is year, second generation is Q1, third generation is month. So yes, third generation is enough. Done. This is called exchange grid. So backend POV, actual, year, view, always scenario view, entity currency, ICP none. So custom 4 and custom 3 and custom 4 also none. Right, done. Multi gap also none. That's it. This is exchange grid. So save as. So before that we'll see the layout. So yes, this is correct, but end of the month rate EUR and average rate EUR. So for every currency, if I get end of the month rate and averages together, it will look good. And see, I can see USD 12 times and none 12 times. So this is the problem of reordering the dimension. So click back the designer, and here reorder the dimensions. So here currencies are the main item, right? Means heroes. So put it in the front end. Done. Here also, right, reorder the dimensions and put entity top and then moment second and then period. Now it will be grouped. Now you can see, save this one as exchange grid. Right, done. So now see, done. None USD January February. So how do you know that whatever the grid you prepared, exchange grid you prepared, is correct? So you have to prepare the translation grid, and then you have to enter the exchange rates, and then you have to right click and translate and confirm that the rates you have given is correctly working. So again click on another grid, translation grid. For translation grid, take entity dimension and then value dimension also. Why value dimension? Because you need two currencies. So yes, drag back the spirit. So account dimension, take two accounts, one from balance sheet, one from. So how do I search this one? So if you know the exact account, CAS, it's cash. That's it. See, done. Now INCOMG from SL sales. You can see directly. You can send it like this. If you know the exact number or name, right? Yes, then you need not expand. Now here we will take India and take any other Japan, two entities. Now entity currency, along with entity currency, take USD also. Right, done. That's it. So remaining multi gap, local gap, yes, as it is. Done. So data source, data input, right? You can take any month, fresh month. So I'll take January, so that I can enter the data as well as I can translate, right? So yes, done. Done. Now right, remaining everything is 2015, right? So save as translation grid. Right, done. Save. Now see, enter some data, right click and translate. It is not translated. Nitric can translate. Why it is not translated? Anybody? Sorry. So you have to enter the exchange rates, right? So India INR, so I'll put it as some 8 and then 9. Submit. And JPY, again enter some 6 or 7. Submit. Now right click, translate. Right click, translate. See, 11 into 8 88, 200 into 9 1800. So yes, you can see it is correctly calculated, I mean translated. This is called translation grid. Now what is triangulation? Triangulation means, right, a cross currency. It is also called cross currency translation. So here we have given the exchange rates from INR to USD and JPY to USD, right? But still system will calculate from INR to JPY and JPY to INR also. A little change in the translation grid, go to layout and remove this entity currency and then put INR and JPY also, and JPY also. See, so INR put, right now INR USD JPY. Now see, now save it and then see USD, right? INR you entered the data, USD it is translated. Now right click and translate in JPY. See, again JPY you entered, USD it is translated. Right click and translate in INR, it will be translated. Even though you did not give the direct rates from INR to JPY and JPY to INR, system will first translate from INR to USD into multiplication, and then from USD to JPY divided by. It will take division. So that is called triangulation. See, triangulation means it is also called cross currency translation. Means system will first translate from source currency to reporting currency multiplication, and then from reporting currency to another currency division. Automatically you can generate your data, I mean your report in any currency. Even though you entered your data in INR, you can generate it in JPY, Hong Kong dollar, euro, GBP, etc. You need not give each currency to each currency translation rates. For example, you have 10 currencies, 10 into 10 100 rates you have to give normally. But in HFM, 10 into 1 is enough. 10 source currencies to one target currency USD, that is enough. Automatically you can generate your report in any currency. This is called triangulation, right?